Alright, y'all, I'm coming at you with a banger of a video for you today. Today we're talking about my first time ever tripping on mushrooms. So, this was like my freshman, sophomore year of high school. We got out of school, we go to the plug. Me and my buddy were like, yo, can we get like a Q or a half? I think we split a half. And he's like, yeah, sure. I got some other shit to show you when you pull up. So we pulled up to the plug's house, fucking happy as can be. We're like, yes, let's go. We get in, he gives us our half, he's like, alright, let me show you this. Grabs a fat fucking pound bag of mushrooms from his fridge and shows it to us. And me and my buddy just look at each other and we're like, yeah, we have to. Asked him how much. It was the same price as the bud, like maybe $10 an eighth less. So we buy a quarter of that shit and we're like, alright, so where should we go, dude? Like, this is our first time. Where should we go do this and trip? It's like, well, so there's this walking trail that goes to the campsite like a mile or two away. You guys should go there and do it. And it's the fucking middle of winter, like fucking January, middle of winter, snow on the ground. Like, I had just gotten my license and started driving. And we were both like, all right, fuck it, bet, let's do that, thank you. So we dip out, we go to my buddy's house, which was only like fucking a 2-minute drive from the plugs. So we get in, we start fucking packing up bowls and shit, just getting ready, talking. We're like, all right, we should wait a little bit before we head out. Like, we should probably eat them here or just wait. So we decide to wait, but we're gonna lemon tech them, which what you do is you take lemon juice, you grind up the fucking mushrooms, put them in like a bag or whatever, something that can hold them, pour the lemon juice in, and you let it sit for like, forget what it was, 30 seconds to a minute, something like that. And pretty much you just fucking take a shot of that lemon juice and you start tripping sack in like fucking 10 to 30 minutes. Shit is crazy. But, so, we get that shit all set up. We get the mushrooms, put them in a bag. We squirt the lemon juice in there. We fucking roll it up. And we got it sitting for a little bit. We smoke our bowls. We rolled a joint or two. And we got some tobe to fucking bring with us on the trail. And we get everything set up. We're like, all right, it's time to go, y'all. So me and my buddy get in my whip. And we drive over to the fucking walking trail. Like the woods trail. And that road to the woods trail was the worst road I have ever fucking driven in my life. When I tell you there were ruts of mud that were 8 to a foot, fucking 8 inches to a foot deep, I insane, swallowed my car, and I had an all-wheel drive Subaru. Like, that fucking shit was awful. We get on the road and I start driving. I'm like, dude, I'm just like pushing through this mud. It is all mud. There's no fucking solidity to this road at all. It's like, well, just get us there. So I push through, and this road to the campsite is all fucking dirt for about a mile until you get to the pull off for the trail. Luckily for us, there was no one coming, so I could take up the whole fucking road, but I would have been off the road and stuck if, like, there was someone else coming. So we get over there, there's no one in the parking lot. Like, there's someone's house, like, right next to it, but that didn't really matter. So we pull up, we start pulling everything out of our bag. I park, and we decide to just fucking take it, all of it. We took the rinds, the lemon juice, everything. We wanted that shit to hit us as hard as fucking possible. I'm telling you, I wanted to be fucking swimming in a river while I was on land. So we take that shit. It tastes awful, like terrible. The lemon juice makes it way better, but still tastes fucking awful. And right from the beginning, my buddy's like kind of anxious and nervous about it. I'm like, bro, just chill. Like, we're good. Like, this is gonna be awesome. We start walking on the trail, and like the first part of the trail wasn't bad. It was just, dirt. There was no snow or anything on it. They like plowed the trail for people to walk and like ride their bikes on and shit. But we take the trail that splits off and it goes down to part of the river. And we're like, yeah, we want to be right next to the river. That shit's gonna be dope as fuck. So we walk down there, and it takes us about 10 minutes to get to a place where we can just sit and chill for a second. So we pull up to a tree right next to the river, and we're standing on the snow, so it was pretty easy to just get on a branch and just chill and sit. So we pack a fucking tobacco bowl and another bud bowl, and we're just sitting there chatting. And right after we spark our fucking last bowl of bud, let me tell you, that shit hit me like a fucking freight train, and it hit my buddy like one too. Instantly after that bowl, after we put everything back in our bag, we're both like, holy shit. Like, everything just felt like it was breathing. I was swaying super hard as I was just standing and walking. All the colors were just super vibrant. It was awesome at the beginning, let me tell you. That shit was fucking amazing. So we continue walking, but then we get to this big fucking field. And at this point, we are peaking hard. It was like 30 minutes after, 40 minutes after the initial, like, you could tell the trip was happening. And we get to like 2, 3 feet of snow. And we just keep, it's like a hard crust on top, so you can step on it, but then you sink right in a second after. Like, once you put weight on that foot, you sink right in. We tried walking through this field. I don't know if it was just the mushrooms or like if it was really that bad, but after like fucking 10, 20 steps, I was exhausted. It felt like we were there for an hour or two trying to walk through this field. So both me and my buddy look at each other and we're like, dude, this is not fucking worth it. We're not having a good time. Like, let's just head back to your crib. And we both decided that was the best idea to do. As we're walking back to my car, we spark up a little tow bowl, you know. We didn't really fuck with cigarettes, but we would put that shit in a bowl and smoke it. I don't know. It hit harder, it felt. So we get back to the car, and I am peeking. Like, I can barely even fucking notice my car. Like, I'm looking at my dash. I'm like, dude, I am out of it. Like, you're gonna have to fucking help me with this shit. It's like, all right, like, I'll try, man. Like, I've never even driven. It's like, fuck, okay, you're right. So I back out, and we're on the fucking road again. And this time the ruts were so much worse. It had heated up so much that the snow started to melt, and then the roads got even fucking muddier. So as we're driving, I'm just sliding into ruts and like almost off the road, and my buddy's just watching my outer fucking tire so I don't fall, like, go off the edge of the road. Like, we both were like, dude, I don't know how we fucking made it through that shit. I was literally riding on 2 inches like this of fucking solid mud to get it back on the main road. But we make it back on the main road, and after that, all of my stress and anxiety just left me completely, just straight euphoria. So we drive back to his house. Like I said, it was only like a 5 minute drive, but I still don't recommend anyone fucking driving on mushrooms. But we get back to his house. As soon as we get back and I go, like, we go upstairs to his room and I sit down, he just goes and projectile vomits in the bathroom for like a good 2 hours, dude. I just threw on Family Guy and like watched that and fucking smoked a bowl and munched, bro. I felt so bad. He purged for 2 hours straight, and he comes back and he's like, dude, I'm still tripping so hard. And I'm just watching Family Guy, and they look like The Simpsons because the fucking colors are yellow instead of white. It was a good time in my opinion, but we tripped probably up until 12 p.m., 1 a.m. You know, it was a long trip. We ate a lot and lemon teched over a quarter of mushrooms. But all right, y'all. That was the end of the story. How I fucking my first mushroom trip. I hope you enjoy. Don't forget to like and subscribe and follow the social medias.